Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today in Warframe we have the weekly reset. Yeah, that's right, weekly reset for October 26th to November 2nd, and there's actually a lot of general loot and things we can get. Cursed Barrows coming back on Friday, and if you didn't know, we're also getting a lot of QTCC loot starting October 31st. So make sure to log in, grab a lot of your free loot. Other than that, there is the Starfinder tabletop RPG stream from Warframe. You can also check out the QTCC stuff as they have unlocked the Varuna Deluxe concept art, and it looks very good if I do say so myself. So yeah, other than that, regular old Warframe stuff this week, farm up everything. Nightwave swaps out tomorrow. So you have 17-ish hours, right? To swap and spend your Nightwave credits. If you don't spend them, they become useless. They sit in your inventory and they're just kind of available to sell for credits. But other than that, yeah, like nothing, right? So remember to spend your credits if you can. And if you can't, should have thought about that. You messed up, unfortunately. But hey, remember to do all that. The weekly Archon shard is the red Archon shard, so farm up that if you need, and that should be everything for like some of the intro news. Let me know what you think, and as always, sub, like, and use Epic Games creator code Pupsker to support the channel. I will also be playing Duet Night Abyss starting tomorrow. That is the anime Warframe-like game. I'll probably play Warframe's new Nightwave season if they drop it tomorrow, assuming they do, into Duet Night Abyss, the anime Warframe-like game. So pretty excited for all of that. Or I'll have like an early morning stream doing Warframe stuff and then a later morning stream. Either way, go check out my Duet Night Abyss videos if you are curious, just quickly going over some stuff. This week in the circuit, we have the Zylok Incarnon, Sabir Incarnon, Dread Incarnon, Despair Incarnon, and Hate Incarnon. All of these really good options overall, really good weapons. The Sabir Incarnon, as you can see, really good blast, really good cold damage. It's good for a blast, really good cold, really good AoE radius slam damage. So it's good for just smacking things around, and it's a loved weapon by a lot of people. Hate Incarnon, incredibly strong melee, shoots out fire damage, and just does millions of damage. My favorite weapon, really, these days for melee. Love it. The Despair Incarnon is probably the weakest out of all of these. Throws exploding heat, despair daggers, but it's just not quite good enough. Dread Incarnon shooting a sacrifice silence, increased projectile size, big ass heat projectile. So I don't know if you can tell, but a lot of heat damage with the stalker weapons. And then the Zylok Incarnon is similar. Huge AoE radial shot of heat, does a ton of damage. They both do. I think, like, for the most part, I don't know if they technically both go through people or if they just hit and explode, but really strong weapon. Don't use them enough for sure because there's just too many weapons in the game. But I would definitely recommend picking up Hate Incarnon or Sabir Incarnon if you're looking for a really cool melee. If you're looking for a gun, Zylok Incarnon or Dread Incarnon, and I would get the Despair last. My favorite's still the Hate Incarnon, and out of all of these, definitely the Zylok Incarnon. Very strong weapons, though. It's a good week. Stalker Incarnon week, it's always pretty good. So, yeah, do with that what you will. From there, we do have the regular circuit, which is Gara, Korra, and Revenant. Ooh, it's some Plains of Eidolon stuff, huh? So for Gara, I believe you have to run pretty low-level Cetus bounties for Neuroptic System and Chassis. And honestly, it's pretty easy to get Gara, so you don't have to farm Gara here, but if you need to, go for it. If anything, Korra is the one you want to farm from this rotation. Most annoying Warframe to farm, I believe just because she has two parts. Yeah, two parts that drop from Sanctuary, Onslaught, normal C drop rotation, one on B and one on A. So if anything, if you haven't farmed these frames, you would want to farm Korra here. Other than that, Revenant, I think, is also just doing Cetus bounties. Just higher level bounties, but he also has a pretty good drop rate overall, in my opinion. So Korra is the only one you have to farm here if you don't want to try to like waste a lot of time farming her in the regular game mode that she's in. But It's up to you. If you don't really need to farm core or anything, it's like whatever. So yeah, those are the regular Warframes for the Warframe circuit this week. They are all good Warframes. Core is strong AoE damage with her like Strangledome Whipclaw. Revenant, really good Ballerina and Invincible. So Gara also has really good AoE glass and damage that way. So they're all really good Warframes one way or another. And you should probably check them out. Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, we have Nightwave Ending, everybody, so let's take a look at that. 17 hours and 50 minutes to spend your credits! We're not even gonna, like, spend a lot of time going over this because it's really fast, but let's do it. Buy the Dark Sword, Heat Dagger, Jaw Sword, Glaive, Plasma Sword Blueprint, Vauban Systems if you need it. Buy anything, spend your credits, last 17 hours, okay? These are all of the general appearance items. They don't really ever cycle in new things, so there's never much to look at that's new. But if you need these, definitely make sure to pick those up, okay? Ooh, Wolfhood Blueprint, hell yeah. And then for mods, we have normal, decent mods, Deceptive Bond Loki, Efficient Beams for the Convectrix, not bad, not bad. Energy Siphon, Infested, Loot Detector, Pistol Scavenger, Precision Strike for the Tonkor, yeah, cool. Prism Guard for Mirage, not bad. Rumbled for Atlas, Scavenger, Rifle Amp, Shotgun Scavenger, Sprint Boost. Ooh, Volatile Variant for the Sporothrix. That's a really cool one that you might want to pick up. Think about it. Steel Charge. Yeah, so just a lot of general ones and then some cool ones like that. Either way, nothing super special with Nightwave. No shock there. It is ending. So run some of the missions if you want. Fast Capture, Hall of Ascension Lua, Spy, Void Flood. You need more credits. Farm them up. It's your last day, day and a half, or half a day to do so. Kind of a pain, but, you know, you can only have Warframe Nightwave for so long. Hoorah, Warframe. It was a good Nightwave. Now, moving on to the Warframe 1999 Seasonal Weekly. Here we have Destroy 75 Containers, which you can do as Zaku or anyone else, just run and Exterminate. Okay, Arcane Enhancement or Kuva. Choose Kuva if you need no arcane stuff. Increase ability strength, or we have melee crit chance or armor. Choose what you want. I would probably just default to the ability strength. Kill 250 enemies, easy. Probably a survival on that one. Here, 3-day mod drop chance booster or Topaz Archon Shard. Oof, both really good choices. Definitely pick up that Topaz Archon Shard if you're looking to pad up your Archon Shards. But if you plan to farm up a ton of mods for any reason and you need this, might be an idea to grab the 3-day mod drop chance booster. Remember, it's always really up to your objectives in the game. So yeah, Topaz Archon Shard, because Archon Shards are rare. You can always technically buy mod drops at, but I would still probably do mod drop chance if you farm it, or just Topaz if you don't care to farm mods, right? If there's anything you need specifically for mods, at least. Kill 10 Eximus, could probably do that in a quick Exterminate or Survival. Arcane Enhancements or Riven. I would choose the Riven, but it's up to you. You can always choose that in the like Vosper, but Riven, better value. Here we have kill 300 enemies with an ability, so get on that. And then you can just do Survival. Amir's birthday, so tell him it's a happy birthday. Magnetic Menace, okay, that's not terrible. Tasks from Spectres or Companions cause radiation, probably. And then weak point kills have a chance to generate a universal orb. I would, maybe I'd go with a Letty on this one, but they're all okay one way or another. Probably I would choose Letty though. I just like hers. Ooh, I would grab the Forma here for sure. Arcane Double Pack's cool, but Forma, built Forma? Beautiful, okay, very beautiful. Here we have kill 250 Scalded troops with abilities, just go pya pya, use whatever Warframe you want. I love my Protea, but I mean, hey, any frame works. No quarter, melee attack speed, I'd probably choose that. Spectre and Companion damage increase, no, I would pick that one. I always love getting one, got your back. And then on energy pickup, increase ability range by 10% for 10 seconds. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Kuva or 3-day affinity booster. Again, choose the Kuva if you don't plan to level stuff, but if there's a lot of things you need to level, 3-day affinity booster is definitely good. Here we have Flare, so wish Flare a happy birthday. And then kill 750 Tech Rot. Ooh, yeah, definitely run a Tech Rot survival there because god dang, dude. Either way, here we have the melee arcane adapter, and here we have arcane enhancements. So I would choose the melee arcane adapter, just without a doubt, but you know, you do you, man. You do you. Well, either way, that is the Warframe 1999 Seasonal Weekly this week. Let me know what you think. And again, sub, like, and you can use Epic Games creator code Pupsker to support the channel if you ever buy anything on the Epic Games Store. I'll probably be streaming a lot of Duet Night Abyss this week, but I'm making a lot of videos, so if I don't stream a lot until Monday, don't worry about it, okay? I moved, I'm in my new house if you haven't been able to tell, and this is the new backdrop, so yeah, I still gotta decorate my room more so it's a little less echoey, but it is what it is, you know? So thank you all for being here. I love you. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. Now, let's check out Bird 3 and Elite Deep Archimedea. That is over here, Sanctum Anatomica on Deimos. Now that we're over here on Deimos, just quickly go over to your boy Bird 3 over here, and you're able to browse wares and obtain, not browse wares, shiny treasures, an Amber Archon shard. Oh, okay. Is that like a red and a yellow this week now? And an orange. Not bad. Take that, take that. It's a pretty good deal, I would say. So thank you, Bird 3. Here we have Elite Archimedea this week. If you don't know, these are like endgame weekly missions. Permanent injury. This one sucks, actually. Max health reduced each time health damage is taken, but if you shield gate, it's whatever. Ammo restored by drops and gear is reduced by 75%. Unfortunate. Gear cannot be used. Sucks. Activating ability inflicts 50 damage on you. Okay. This one's a little difficult, but you can always go operator mode, so it helps a bit. Also, Necroloid, shut up, dude. You were talking the whole time. Sorry, he's kind of a rude guy. Now, each glyph inflicts a small amount of damage when collected for the mirror defense. Vampiric Limitus, slow-moving immortal Duviri Limitus, drain health and energy from allies who get too close. Okay. Fortified foes, Guardian Xmas units may be encountered, including Guardian Xmas Necromex. Yeah, that's not the worst, but not the best. It's not terrible. This one sucks more. Enemies take 90% less damage from non-weak point hits on the Exterminate, so hit weak points. Allies within 4 meters of slain enemies endure reduced movement speed and parkour velocity, and then rupturing fragments replace shuffling fragments. But it is an Exterminate, so that's actually not terrible, to be fair. This one. Xmas units support the Fragmented Tide and its final form. It's an assassination, okay. All enemies have Overguard equal to 50% of their max health. Oh, that actually kind of sucks. Okay. And then enemies' health slowly regenerates. Oh, not bad, not bad. No, this one's a huge pain in the butt. Make sure you're doing it with some people so that everyone can constantly get DPS down on the boss. Because if you start getting like the boss where nobody's hitting it in time, and it just starts restoring health over and over and over again, you're gonna have a bad time. Like, you're not gonna be all happy-go-lucky, okay? Let's just put it that way. You're not going to enjoy re-killing the boss. Anyways, that is Warframe Elite Deep Archimedea this week. Ooh. Let's go see what Teshin has on Steel Path. For that, we will go to the Earth Strata Relay. If we quickly teleport, words are hard, on over to Teshin, we can say hello. And we can see, that's Conclave, don't do Conclave. We have a weekly loot of a Kit Gun Ribbon Mod and Veiled Ribbon Cipher. Nothing massive. Oh yeah, the Teacher Dojo. We have some new scenes in here. I forgot about these, but grab the new scenes if you've ran the new quests and everything, the teacher quest. You probably have, it's not really hard to do, right? Either way, Kit Gun, Ribbon Mod, and Veiled Ribbon Cipher. I should also remind everyone, if you have ribbon slivers and you want to buy some ribbons and some endo or kuva or whatnot, go over to Iron Wake on Earth. No point in covering it. Go there every week if you want ribbons, and if you don't want ribbons, don't go there. That's kind of the idea there. So yeah, we're gonna go on over to the Dorma Zone where Acrithis is, and then we'll finally check out Elite Temporal Archimedea. But you know, we're almost getting done this week. But just again, reminder, I'm going to be playing a lot of Duet Night Abyss now that I've done all my Noko farming almost, and I'll probably stream a little bit of Warframe to get caught up too, but who knows. So appreciate you all if you join any of the live streams. Thank ya. Okay, so over here we have Acrithis, browse her wares, and we can see regular scenes, nothing big, but the nice stuff is you get a secondary arcane adapter, primary arcane adapter, Exilus weapon adapter if you want, And then you can always buy the arcanes here and there if you don't have all of the Duviri arcanes quite yet. Kuva's also available to purchase, but probably wouldn't bother with that. So yeah, grab some of that loot if you're looking for it, everybody. As well as this beautiful, beautiful flower. Yeah, let's buy that with some maw fangs. Either way, those, I guess these are new, like new cosmetic decorations that you can buy from her. Or I've just never noticed them before, but I feel like they're new. Huh. Either way, let me know what you think about Acrithis this week, everybody. Last thing we're doing is Elite Temporal Archimedea. Now, you might be familiar with Elite Temporal Archimedea. It is the latest endgame activity from Warframe for Warframe 1999. I wonder what Warframe will have for the endgame activity for Warframe 2025's like new area, you know? I can't even remember what it's called, but yeah, I guess the old area. The old area. Either way, let's talk and go on over to Kaya Velasco, Temporal Archimedea. Ooh, let's take a look. Powerless, all abilities disabled until squad kills 50 enemies. Okay. Max ammo on all weapons reduced 75%. That sucks. Ammo restored by drops in gear, reduced 75%. That sucks. 50% melee combo chance, negative 50%. Okay, not as bad, but like, God, that sucks. No ammo. Oh my God, awful. Just awful. But you can use gear and operator mode, and that's not that bad. Hell Scrub Tech Rod. So this is like the survival. Tech Rod enemies attempt to melee attack Hell Scrubbers, bursting on contact, increasing Scrubber contamination by 33%. Protect the Scrubbers. Enemies will only take damage if a player is within 15 meters of them. Go close to enemies. Enemies takes 95% less damage from non-heavy weapons. Enemies will drop heavy ammo packs and heavy weapon recall time. Oh my God, so go close to them, use a heavy weapon, and protect the Scrubbers. God, that one's actually kind of a pain in the butt, not gonna lie. Just because you have to remember to just hug them and shoot them with the heavy weapon. Mission 2, Defense. Flare creates a field that disrupts player abilities while draining energy to boost Flare's health. Flare slowly loses health when no players are in range. Okay. Scaldra Speedrun. All enemies are much faster. With Scaldra move much faster. Okay. Okay. Slow-moving Immortal Duviri Limitus drain health and energy from allies who get too close. Okay, that one's not really terrible, but it's still a pain. Last one is Exterminate. Enemies take 95% less damage from non-weak point hits. Oh my God, just bite my buns on this, dude. All of the weak point heavy weapons, just all of the very specific conditions. Luckily, weak point ones aren't terrible because you just get a headshot and just pop. But some enemies have weird weak points, so it's kind of dumb. Either way, Scaldra Heartbringers are more numerous and move more quickly. And then if ever on gas blankets the level, enemies may drop filters that can provide a temporary reprieve. Okay, not as terrible as it could be, but still, whew, seems like kind of a pain in the butt. Either way, everybody, that is it for Warframe's weekly reset. Thank you all for joining. I do plan again on playing a lot of the anime Warframe game Duet Night Abyss, and I'm gonna grind the hell out of that. So if you see a lot of Duet Night Abyss videos for the next day or two, especially because the game's coming out, so like maybe a lot of videos the next handful of days, just, you know, check it out maybe. It's an anime Warframe-like game, so I'm very curious myself. Either way, thank you all for subbing, liking, and being here, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.